Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today we're going to be playing some Rakdos Lizards, and we're going to try to go all in with minimal defense to see if this is the best way that you could rank up with this deck. Starting at the top, we have some Iridescent Vine Lasher, because incidental damage is obviously still good in this deck. Hired Claw, we see this a lot in mono red, but it is still a lizard, so it works here. One of our few defensive cards we're going to be playing is some Strategic Betrayal, because there is a lot of graveyard stuff still going on the best of one ladder, and you want to have something against that. We do have one copy of Valley Rotcaller, just a little bit of a way to drain some extra life from your opponent. A couple of Abrades. There's still some synthesizer stuff running around. Could be a problem for us, but we'll see. Flame Cash Gecko. This is just another way to get to play multiple cards in a turn, so if we get these early, that'd be nice. Also, Fireglass Mentor. This is one I started to cut, but I realized just getting access to extra cards with all the incidental damage is still too good. We do have a couple of copies of Gastroll Thrill Seeker, so you could have something that has a haste later in the game, which is super nice. But we do have Gev, Scaled Scorch. We're going to play a full set of these because it's obviously the best card in the deck. Being able to deal damage, to pump your guys, just does a little bit of everything. Couple of copies of Scales of Shale. This is technically a defensive card, but we're going to see. We can also use it just for extra damage if we want to. Screaming Nemesis. Hey, it's not a lizard, but it still gets the job done, so it's making the cut. We have a couple of copies of Valley Flamecaller just to make all this damage a little bit more. And since we're going so heavy with few defensive cards and almost all lizards, we are going to get to really maximize Laughing Jasper Flint here. And yeah, as a quick reminder, if you want to buy this or anything else, or just flesh out your commander decks, be sure to check out our friends at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAmagic.com. You can use my code DRAGON. It's DRAGN, and you'll save an additional 5% on all the magic stuff you want to buy over there. So go check them out. For now, though, let's go see if going all in on lizards gets us all the way up the ladder. Okay. Okay. Let's keep it. We're going to keep anyway. I was just debating if I was going to go Vine Lasher on one, but really, we're just going to go Hired Claw on one. Hired Claw on one, Gav on two, and then we can Vine Lasher on three. Unless board state says we should go for Screaming Nemesis, and that's a whole different thing. But we shall see. I'm willing to attack here. Like, you want to trade? I'm game if you are. Cool. So even if they kill Gev here, they're still going to take damage. Oh, they didn't do it, though. Oh, boy. Alright, I guess we do this while we can. That'll get a counter, and that gets a counter. Alright. Yeah, we're not super afraid of an Unstoppable Slasher. I probably should be, but I'm not. Let's just go with this. And I'm only going to attack with these two. Sure. Mostly because we don't want these to end up... Because there's a situation where if we just all-out attack 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... I guess they could have blocked one of these, and then if they'd have played the 2/4 demon, then we would have just been dead. Oh, Deep Cavern Bat. You're going to have a choice to make here. And both are not great for you. Either way, they have to block. No, I guess they don't, because that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'd go to 2. Oh. Can we do both of y'all? What happens here? If we do this, you go to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, sure, I guess. I mean, you are a lizard after all. Get in there. That works. So they go to 5. And we're back to a handful of haste creatures. Yeah, we're not afraid of a Bloodletter. That's not quite gonna cut it. Ping you, and then attack with everything. Alright, that worked out perfectly. Even with them having a decent draw and doing everything they wanted to do, just having haste creatures in constant... I think we actually dealt damage every turn in some capacity. Yep, opponent's blocking, giving the GGs. Excellent. Alright, we'll keep this. This is kind of interesting, because if we draw another thing that costs 2 mana, we'll be able to Vine Lasher Gecko into something, and that's kind of cool. This likely discourages the opponent from attacking unless they play 2 1-mana things. But we do have a Braid at the very least, so we could kill off something if necessary. Wow, the opponent kept a 1-lander, huh? That's crazy, opponent. Why would you do such things? Well, then I guess we just do this, get rid of their Vanguard, right? I mean, we're not going to have anything else. I mean, we have other creatures to target with it, but no artifacts we got to worry about. Yeah, why would you keep this hand if you only have that to play? Yeah, okay, sure. These types of games are always weird because the majority of these that happen, they actually don't make the cut in most of my videos because there's not a lot of value to add to them. And it's weird because they technically still count as wins, but your opponents just kept bad mulligans. Just don't keep 1-landers, folks. Unless you've already mulliganed to 5, then sure, you do what you got to do. But at 6 or 7, unless you have the whole hand is 1-mana things, it's not really worth keeping. Let's keep it. Man, let us find another quality 2-mana thing. Because then we have a sick next turn. Or we could just not, you know, that's the other option. I mean, we're still going to do it because, you know, having everything set up for Laughing Jasper next turn is cool. I can still draw and discard, though, which I think I will. Let's discard that. Alright, that's not the worst thing. Wish I would have already had that in hand. That would have been cool. Gold Pan. Alright. This is concerning because I don't know what they plan to do with their stuff here. So I'm just going to do this, and if they have it, and they sweep the board or something, great. If they don't, we're in business. Who knows, though? This could be like mono blue Ugin or something. Oh, it's that type of deck. Wow. Okay. Wow, we took 2. Oh, that is so sick. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. All right, that'll work. Wow, taking 2 star cages from them was sick there. Okay, we'll keep this. Though it's not exactly what we're looking for. The good news, though, is we can play Gev. If Gev lives, hopefully, if we draw an untapped land, we'll be able to play Gecko and something else. We might go Gecko and Flamecaller and just sit on Laughing Jasper a little bit longer just to make sure we can get max value out of it. If the opponent's playing... Well, we don't really know what it's going to be yet. No need to speculate too much here. I assume if they have removal, they will use it on Gev. Because that would be the correct thing to do. If not, I mean, I guess they could play, like, fear of missing out, because that's a quality blocker and still helps their play in here. Nope, looks like they're going to try to kill him. We can respect it. Now it could be a tap land, and I don't mind. Yeah, I think we just go Gev again. I mean, it looks like they have another one, so, I mean, if they do, they do. We can't do anything about it. We tried. I mean, I thought about playing Gastral Thrillseeker just in case they had another one, but... Okay, they had not, turns out. Come on, deck. We need at least a little bit of mana would help. Nope. Gev dead again. Yep. All right, they're using up all their burn on our stuff, though, so I'm not too mad at that, actually. And as it turns out, we're not finding any land anyway, so this is kind of a best-case scenario, I guess. Opponent's having to read all of our cards. That's unfortunate. We are not going to get to kill Vivi. Alright, well. Yeah, and we still didn't find land. That's super unfortunate. Alright, well, we're just going to attack. Do the only things we can do here. I mean, I guess we could get lucky and they block with Vivi. I didn't think that was going to happen, though. Oh boy, a land would have been such a big payoff here. I assume they just go off here. So, this is just some bad luck. Didn't find mana. I think if we did find mana, we would have won this game fairly easily. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give them the GG's. At this point, they'll get whatever they can. Even if not, I'm fine conceding here. Like, Vivi's going to be big enough to block stuff. I mean, I guess there's a world where they miss and we could do Screaming Nemesis or something, but I doubt it. Yeah. And we're going to have to... I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I can't imagine. We're just so far behind because of those missing land drops. Yeah, we have to chump block, sadly. Yeah, I found a land, but it's probably too late. I'm just trying to think, like, what could we even do here? Just play Screaming Nemesis and pass? Even this is probably a bad idea, because we probably need to be able to block two things. Because if they find another removal spell for the Screaming Nemesis, we're still dead. Effectively. Unless their hand is like 3 lands, then I guess that would have been the difference, but you never know. Yeah, I was going to say, there you go. All right, so now we're just dead. Good job. I was assuming that was the case. And yes, we could have killed the 4/3, and then they attack us for whatever. It's going to still get a trigger, so attack for 8. We're at 2. We don't have a way to do 11 damage in the next turn, and anything they do kills us. So I'm fine conceding here. Ooh, this is a bigger problem. I think we have to mulligan this one. Ugh. Alright, we're going to keep it, but it's not good. Feldon's Cane. I haven't even seen anybody playing that. That's wild. For those of you who don't know, Feldon's Cane is the old school way that we used to pick up graveyards. But you exile this, shuffle your graveyard into your library. Not sure what their overall plan is, but you know. Counter our that guy, kill it. Maybe they're planning on milling both players and they want to shuffle their graveyard in. I don't know. But the fact they even played that is surprising. Here comes another counter. And it's interesting, too, that they're using counters and not kill spells, because that tells us they don't have a good way to kill things here. Also reminds me I didn't have Cavernous Souls in the deck when I probably should. Oh, they must have found a kill spell now. Nope. Alright, we just get a free card from them. Ooh, we get a Consult the Star Charts? Yes, please. I have 5 lands. I wish I could pay Kicker on... Oh, I could have paid Kicker. No, I could. Oh, I could, because I was playing colors. I could have got 2 cards. Oh, I hate myself so bad right now. I could have got 2 cards there. Would have been spectacular. Alright, we're going to try to play Gev. And then we'll have these Scales of Shale to protect our duders. Sure, shuffle your graveyard into your library, opponents. Yeah, this is probably going to do it. Yeah. Alright. Okie dokie. This is definitely a keeper. So let's go Higher Claw on 1. Gev on 2, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. And I think I'm just going to take damage from that here. Mostly so I can't forget and play the wrong thing and then not be able to cast something because this is only black mana. You know. Let's attack these. I mean, if Gev dies, he dies. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, opponent. I don't blame you. Oh, I'm getting rid of this. Oh, you got Strategic Betrayal. Hell yeah. Alright, I think we just attack with Gev first. Because I'm going to use all my mana here, and I don't necessarily want to draw cards that I'm just going to exile. And get nothing out of. Alright. We're in pretty good shape. I mean, even if the opponent has removal here, our next turn's still awesome. We get Vine Lasher, get to deal some damage. Oh yeah, not too worried about that. Weirdly, lots of black decks today. And yeah, we're just attacking with all of it. I mean, take damage or don't. We've got 2 locked and loaded in hand right now. And we can attack with our creature land. I guess it doesn't really matter. And we can... Yeah, we have damage from all over the place. Even if the board gets swept here, we still have stuff going on. It's not going to get swept for 4 mana, though. Even if they had, like, Elegy Acolyte where they're gaining life here, wouldn't matter. Yeah, decline. Like, we're just going to attack past all that. Play Gecko. Use Gecko mana to pump our land. Go attacking with everything. Yeah, resolve. Yeah, let's go. Though I will point out that this card has actually started showing up in a lot of decks for some reason. I went from not seeing it at all to seeing it a bunch in the last probably 10 to 12 days. Not totally sure, because against the aggro decks or decks that make a bunch of tokens or decks like this, if it was closer and let's say they were at like 6 or 8 life, I could just sacrifice a token, that would have been tapped, and then we just get to attack through for lethal. So I'm not sure this is the choice of creature I would go with here. Of course, it is 6/6, it flies, all that good stuff. But for me personally, for the matchups you're probably worried about having it in, I would rather play like Elegy Acolyte or something like that to just gain you some extra life and has potential to get you more cards, get you more blockers. There's just more coming from it without you giving up, you know, a potential loss even though you played your best creature to stick in the way. Yeah, sure. I was just like, is this what we want? I guess this is what we want. I think we're going to go here first. I mean, obviously, if we can get more value off the Lasher, we want that. But I'm also wondering... Well, now we drew an untapped land. It doesn't matter. What? It's possible our opponent thought we were some type of mono red or Boros variant and conceded. So that happens too when you play this deck. So I'm going to keep this in here just for a teaching lesson. We can go over the hand. But what I was thinking is if had we not drawn the black land, I might have actually just played Vine Lasher, then played the Restless Vents tapped, so that we could play Laughing Jasper on time on turn 3. Now that we drew the untapped land, the decision now comes down to, do we want to attack and then just play Fireglass Mentor so we have future benefit of the damage, which is probably the better thing to do, and then go ahead and just play our other untapped land to play Laughing Jasper the next turn. Because the following turn, even if something were to happen to our board, we could then get 2 Vine Lasher tokens with our 3 mana that are already in play, then play the Restless Vent tapped and still get 2 points out of it. So it's a difference of how having that third untapped land available or not can change how your turns are going to play out. So just wanted to explain that for the people who always are wondering how they should play through a turn and what the lands mean or whatever. But anyway, opponent conceded. We take the win. We move to the next one. Yeah, we seem to draw these a lot together, and we're just forced to make those tough decisions. But, you know, it's worth it. Though here, the decision ends up being a little bit different. Because now when we attack with deal of damage, we could Gecko and still play Vine Lasher, which is interesting. So what I think we do is, like I said, we attack. Then we play this. Play this. Go ahead and play a Vine Lasher. Alright. Opponent probably plays some life gain blocker or something here. Nope, they did not. That's awesome for us. Deal a point. Go attacking. Play our Duder. Alright. Gonna get rid of our Laughing Jasper? No, they just have a Synthesizer here. Alright, so right now on deck we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, potentially 10, 11 damage. Oh, but we got a Spectral Stitching. That's interesting. Ooh, what do we do with that? We could also just Perilous Snare their thing too. That's probably just better. I'm overthinking this. Yeah, let's just do that. Perilous Snare their Synthesizer, which is gross. Then attack for a bunch. Alright, they're at 5. And we have access to a menacing 2/3. Yep, that'll do it. Laughing Jasper was huge there. Being able to snare their Synthesizer, and they don't really have a way to get rid of this realistically except for snaring their own snare to get their Synthesizer back, but then they're just dead the next turn. And even in this scenario, if they were to get like Star Cage, for example, then they get rid of all these little things, but then they're still taking 4 from Jasper plus 2 from the land. So yeah, this is great. Like, that was a solid game. Yeah, we keep it. Against the red deck. Alright. And that's a Demonic Ruckus. Okay. I was just about to say, I was hoping they'd play something we can kill. Oh, dang it. I kind of want Gev, too. That's tough. Oh, boy. All right. I think we still got to do it, though. It's still the right thing to do. It's just the less fun thing. Mostly because they already have a queued up Demonic Ruckus and everything else. Now, future turns aren't so bad because we have a Strategic Betrayal here. They can juice up their guy, it's whatever. Oh, if I had mana up, I could save my dude. Also, randomly, we do get lifelink off of this, so that's something to keep in mind. Oh, they're not even torching our better creature. Awesome. Alright. Let's go with... I mean, I guess it just makes sense to do this. Obviously, would have loved to land here, so we could just make sure we have next turn set up. But no such luck. Yep. You got it. Hey, good news. We're not going to have to deal with the slick shot show off, so there's that. Alright, let's go here. Pass the turn. I hate that we're going to probably have to use this defensively. Because I would really love to use it offensively to gain the life. But, you know, we do what we got to do here. Do we care about that? I guess so. I mean, they can use another removal spell. I mean, if they do, they do. Alright. Great, we get to gain the life anyway. Love it. That worked out a little better than anticipated. I'm going to attack here. Only to see... Oh, I should have done this first, because I was thinking I might want to dig for a removal spell or something, but... It probably is better. We're just leaving mana up anyway to protect something here. Yep, they're going to do it again. This is the smart thing. Hit the tapped creature. Oh, I was going to say, because if we have a way to protect it, I wouldn't be able to use it defensively to block. But now this is cool, because we get to kill something, and we gain a point if they attack, actually. Alright. First things first. Let's attack just to see if they'll block. Okay, they will. Alright, we've weathered the storm for the most part. But they obviously have spells in hand that still do stuff here. Dreadmaw gives you trample. Ah, and you found another instant? Okay, they probably got us here. Alright, well this is the most we can do. I mean, they didn't draw creatures for the most part. I mean, they've been drawing mostly spells. Like, what are you supposed to do in that instance, right? Alright, they got us. GG's. I mean, because we have no real scenario here. We're blocking or whatever. So they got it. We needed to draw more bigger creatures. Just black mana, huh? You know what? Let's gamble. Let's see what happens. Though generally I would throw this back. But this is one that, because we're making content, let's gamble and see what we could do. Get 2 damage in and attack for 1. It's not great, but it's a thing. Delion, which becomes a land anyway, so he doesn't stay as a blocker. Love it. That is bad. We're just going to attack, because that's all we can do. Yeah, stock up legit works here. Alright, now we need to find an untapped red source, or we're probably dead. I said an untapped red source deck. I'm not asking for a lot. Dang. Come on now. Alright. There's another stock up. And now they're going to have, most likely, have mana up to be able to counter something, which is disappointing. But we'll see. Maybe we can get another untapped red source here and have two of them. And that would be the real play. Nope. No such luck. Oh, boy. Well, I have to assume they're going to counter, right? I mean, flash something into block. Nope. So they have multiple things. And it's a mono blue deck, so they could have anything. It could be bounce spells. It could be whatever. Let's go ahead and just try this. Nice. Whoa, there was not a counter. Whoa. What? Huh. Well, that turns things sideways here. Why would there not? Why would you not counter that? I don't know what to do, y'all. I guess we just try to play this. That worked? Okay, weird. I mean, is their hand like Aetherize or something? Well, no, because there was a pause with 2 mana. Yeah, sure. You have that guy. LU just big, I guess. I just take 3. Alright, so tap for colorless. We'll attempt this, which if you have a counter, you'll counter this, right? I mean, I assume you have to if you, I mean, otherwise it's just weird. Okay, that's a thing you get to do. Too bad I don't have any instants in hand. Alright. So they're at 4. So now if I even get a land, it becomes lethal. Sure. I mean, we're at 8, so you'd have to play 2 spells here. I mean, we just block here, right? That's... Go to 9. I mean, I guess they could have another Spectral Stitching or whatever. This is definitely a strange version of the mono blue deck. We have one we played a couple of days ago. It looks nothing like this. I feel like that's their plan. I think they do have a Spectral Stitching and we're just going to be dead. That's unfortunate. Alright. So I have a feeling we play a land to try to deal 4, but then they just blink out all of our creatures, and that's it. Okay, they're going to consult, probably trying to find that exactly. Man, we went so many turns missing land. This is why you don't keep these hands. Like, our hand was actually solid. We could have won well before this point. Alright. Well, now if they blink all of our stuff, it all comes back at the end of the turn anyway. So that's 4 because of the Flame Caller. I guess unless they... Okay, bounce off, sure. That doesn't do anything. Yeah. Alright, still got there somehow. I feel like we didn't do very much, but somehow this deck was still able to grind a win. Like, we literally couldn't play our hand for, what was that, at least 3 turns? And the opponent just got to do whatever they wanted, played multiple stock ups, consult, whatever, and it just didn't matter. That's so weird. But yeah, this deck's actually legit, y'all. We're going to talk about it. Yeah, so some quick notes. We didn't really draw the Valley Rotcaller, but truthfully, if you wanted to cut it, great. If you want to replace it with another removal spell, that's probably also great. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. We only really lost 2 games, and one of them was to not drawing like Screaming Nemesis or Laughing Jasper along the way. The other, we just drew poorly on lands. So nothing too really upsetting about that, right? I think that we played a lot of games there. Was that like 8-2 or something? I'll put the results on the screen, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, this actually worked. The Scales of Shale actually did what they were supposed to. Even though we lost that game, it's what kept us in the game to be able to get a chance to draw out of it. Like, all of our little guys did their thing. Laughing Jasper won at least 2 games with just the spare cards we got to see. Screaming Nemesis, while not being a lizard, actually did what it was supposed to. I don't think I would change much, like I said, except for maybe cutting the Valley Rotcaller and turning that into something else if you wanted to. But you could also mix and match creatures. Like, let's say you don't have Screaming Nemesis and you have Rotcallers, feel free to play those. I think there's a few ways you could fix this up to make it work for you. But I thought this was actually faster in my games than a lot of mono red games, and honestly a bit more fun and probably a little more consistent. So yeah, I'm probably, if I were to looking to rank up with a just simple direct aggro deck, it's probably mono green or this in a lot of cases for me. But either way, y'all decide. Link in the description. Go over to Moxfield, download it. Remember to save some money at Tales of Adventure. And be sure to leave a relevant comment so you'll be eligible for next week's drawing for our giveaway package. Otherwise, just watch the next video. YouTube says you're going to like it. It's free and it supports the channel. But it's all of you for now. We'll see you next time.